Yes, this is why you're here. Do you hear? Don't forget what you're fighting for.
Hey guys, in this video I am going to share with you some tips that I have for you about navigating with money here in Bali. So one of my biggest questions, I hope you can hear me okay, I have this little microphone here. One of my biggest questions when I was first arriving was all about the money, and I was super confused about a couple of things. It took a little while to adapt, so I hope that I can help you by simplifying it and making it as easy as possible for you to understand and get used to it. So again, I am from Vancouver, Canada, so I'm going to talk to you about Canadian dollars, but I think the conversion's pretty easy if you look up a chart on the internet or something like that. So the first thing that you need to know is don't exchange your money at the airport. I mean, you can for convenience sake. It might be a little bit easier for you, but it's going to be a lot easier if once you arrive, you do that. So you can exchange any money here. It's totally fine. One tip that I have for you is you can bring your debit or Visa and you can take money out of the ATMs as long as it's compatible with your bank. So just look for the little signs on the doors of the banks to find that out, and it'll give you money in rupiahs. So that's a really easy way to do it. But if you do already have a bunch of cash or you're planning on taking out some cash and bringing it with you, that's totally fine too. When you're exchanging money, there's a lot of money money changers and places that do that. It can be a little bit overwhelming. So that being said, you want to really make sure that you look for the right money changer. And the easiest way to do that is looking for money changers with big signs in the front. So the ones with the little signs, it's not typical here, but some of them can overcharge or they charge more expensive rates because they can erase it easily on their board, or they kind of switch the board in and out, something like that. I don't really know all of the details, but what I do know is that the ones with the giant boards out front that say money exchange are the most legitimate places for you to exchange your money. So look for the ones with the really big boards. Later on my blog, the breakfastinbali.com website, where I have information about my retreat, etc., I will post photos of that. It's not ready yet, but when it is, just I'll let you know, and you can keep an eye on it out for it, in the next coming weeks. And so that being said, here we go. One thing I find really confusing about Indonesian money especially is just everything is in really small increments. So you want to just you've got to kind of get rid of this monetary we're used to having certain bills and have our money a certain way, but here the denominations are quite a bit smaller. So I found it a little bit confusing for a while, and you might not, but I hope this video does help you. So first one you want to start with is this one. So 20,000. 20,000 is about 20 cents Canadian. So again, 20,000 rupees is 20 cents Canadian. Oh, sorry, 2,000. 2,000. 20 cents Canadian. And before that, you've got the 1,000. This is about 10 cents Canadian. 10,000. So 10,000 sepuluh ribu rupiah is about $1 Canadian. So purple is $1. I like it. I'm a really visual person, so I kind of coordinate it in my brain by thinking about the colors of the money to trigger my brain to remember the value. So the green one here, 20,000, so 20,000 rupiah is about $2 Canadian. $2 Canadian. 50,000 rupiah, 50,000. So blue, this is about $5 Canadian. $5 Canadian. And your biggest denomination, get ready for this, red 100 ribu is $10 Canadian. So this is again the largest bill that they have, which is red in color. And so 20 cents, 10 cents, $1, $2, $5, and $10. So When you do arrive, just make sure that you have kind of a good place to keep that money. Like you might want to have, I carried around a fanny pack for a little while, and it was a little bit dorky, but it was helpful because I didn't lose anything. But either have a really good wallet. Oh, I'll grab one for you. Oh, actually, I don't know where it is at the moment. But I have this really great little handbag that goes around my wrist, and I carry that around. I use it on my scooter, and you can put it in bigger bags as well. Just make sure that you have a good place to keep your cash organized. Don't recommend carrying a ton around with you because, there's always things just in case you lose it. And, you don't want to be running around with too much money. And it also tends to take up a lot of room because, again, the bills are quite small. So it's like pretty bulky to carry around with you. Maybe you could, on a typical day, I usually just take out cash as I need it to pay, things like rent or some places you need cash to pay for things like in the market or the farmers markets in the mornings. But most places do accept your credit card, so you can use your credit card to pay for things. But they do charge an extra 2 or 3% for the transaction fee. So if you want to save yourself a little bit of money, it's probably actually, I don't know. There's a small fee for taking out cash, so it might end up being about the same transaction fee. I recommend only using cash if you really need to do that, just for safety and peace of mind. You can take out cash if you need it, and obviously it's a little bit more convenient than carrying your credit card or paying the extra percentage. So I hope that helps a little bit, and until I see you soon in the next video, I want to share with you a couple of places that you might want to check out and just around how to navigate how much you could be paying to get from point A to point B and sort of travel times and what to expect with that. So until the next video, I will. So until the next video, take care, and I hope this was helpful for you. You can follow me if you would like to. Same across the board: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Alysia Hamilton. Namaste.